All right, so in this first video, we are going to start the video series on making this line chart here, visualizing our museum's attendance over the last 20 or so years. But first, I wanted to flip over to Excel, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how Excel might treat line charts when you insert them. So you might have data that look a little bit like this. And we have our year column, and then we have our attendance column. And so this is our annual attendance, and this is the year 2000 through 2021. Now, if you have data that is like this, you would normally probably just go highlight the data series here, and then go up to your Insert tab, go over to the Chart menu, and insert a line chart. We know a line chart is going to be probably the best way to visualize this trend over time. But something is off when you do this in Excel, and you can see that the attendance line looks good. That looks nice. Along the y-axis we have our attendance, but then along the x-axis there's no years. It's just numbers 1 through 22, and then you can see we have a legend here that says year and attendance. So it's actually treating my column of year data as numbers. It's treating them as another series of data, and you can see this blue line here because this is visualizing attendance in the millions. You know, a value of 2000 would be very, very low, so it's kind of all the way down here on the axis. So there's a couple different ways that you can fix this in Excel. I'm going to go through each of them right now. So the first way is just inserting the chart in a different way. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my data table, go to Insert tab, Chart menu. Instead of going to the line chart menu, I'm actually going to go over here to the Recommended Charts button. If you push that, Excel will recommend charts for you based on the data that you highlight. And you can see here, the first chart is a line chart. It's exactly what I want. It gives you a little preview of what that chart will look like, and I can see that along the y-axis I have my attendance, along the x I have the years. That's perfect. Excel is even being really nice to us here and giving us a little description of what a line chart is good for. So it says a line chart is used to display trends over time, years, months, and days. So it's giving us a little data viz education there. So good for you, Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to go ahead and push OK. And now my chart is perfect. So that's one way that you can insert the line chart that you need when your x values are numbers like years, like as we have right here. Now the other way that you can do is you can start by setting up your data table in the right way. So we know that Excel doesn't, for some reason, doesn't like when your x-axis label has a header, has some header text in the row. So instead of having year labeled here in cell A1, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to go ahead and insert the line chart the first way, but now we don't have that header text in the year column. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my data, go back to the Insert tab, go to the Chart menu here, click on the line chart, this time directly, and you can see Excel now knows that this is the kind of chart that I want. So it's perfect just like the other one. So that's two ways that you can insert a line chart the correct way right from scratch. I'm going to show you another way that you can do it if you didn't happen to have your data set up in the correct way. So let's just move the two good charts over. Let's go back to that first chart. What you can do is just edit the chart, edit the source data of the chart. So what I'm going to do is click anywhere inside the chart, go ahead and right click, click on Select Data, and the data source menu pops up. You can see these are my data series here on the left. This is my horizontal axis categories over here on the right. And so what I'm actually going to do is you can see attendance is the data series that we want. The blank series is actually our years. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And if we had put year here in the header, I don't think I can do it right now. Let me show you what it will look like here. If I put year back here in the header, that's going to show up in the source data. So let's go ahead, right click, select data, and there you can see the year and attendance. So I don't want the year anymore, so I'm going to highlight that and just click on remove. And so now that's gone from my chart. And then over here on the horizontal axis labels, I have to tell that where to pull those labels from. So click on edit, and then this little axis labels dialog box pops up right here. Click that arrow and then point your data series to the cells that you want it to pull from. And so in this case, 2000 all the way through 2021. I'm going to go ahead and click enter. And there you go. Just click OK. And now click OK again, and your chart is perfect. You can go ahead and get rid of this legend because we don't need that. You would go ahead and just update your chart through some of the formatting options on the axis labels. And in the next video, I am going to take you through editing your chart to get to that place where we had all of these different annotations and the built-in average area box. So stay tuned to the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Everyone who subscribes will get notified each time I upload a new video, Excel, PowerPoint, data viz, data design tips and tricks right to your inbox. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.